Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. So first things first, we're down here. We do have some staircase railings to sell. They're at a peak price, so I can confirm if you just lay logs here, they automatically go in when you save the game. I checked that out because I laid some there, in between each video, so I could put them in the production now, and well, they all just went in. This seems to be fine, but so all in all, that is what, 7,500 for the split amount of wood. Of course, the wood chipper bit will take a little bit more. So what, 350,000 liters in there, which we're looking over $100,000, over 200,000 at max. Yeah, you can see we got staircase railings. Yes, I know we're missing 2. There's 24,000 liters and there's only 22 on this trailer. Like I mentioned last time, I had them all go flying and we're missing 2 now. I'm not sure where the 2 went. I'm kind of assuming at this point they're somewhere in these trees. But it's a tough place to look. It could just be sitting behind a tree or something, or maybe they're in a tree. I mean, maybe I should be looking up and not down at the ground. Possible there's more into this field right here. I found a handful in there initially, so that'd be a good spot to check. Now I'm thinking we got what, 2 fields for planting, that field and then the soybean field out there. I might sell the milk, mainly just because it's at a fairly good price right now. I don't know if it's going to go up more next month. We're in April, so it's supposed to go down. So I'll probably sell it now. Then the next time it should be up to sell should be at a fairly good, almost peak price. Do have to monitor that because obviously it fills up, or I think it's around 20,000 liters, a little over. So we have to keep an eye on it. Making sure it doesn't get too full. Right now it's like 12 or 13,000 liters. So we'd have to sell it next month. It looks like it's going to drop off a cliff, so good time to sell it is now. I'll probably get this sold. We'll plant the smaller of the 2 fields that we have. Then we'll sell the milk and then we'll do the bigger field. Now the corn should be ready next month. So that is something we may want to prepare for. Try to decide on a header, which will likely be one of the bigger corn headers for John Deere's. Kind of go from there. The plan is really to finish it hopefully next month and to sell the header off. I don't know if we'll do corn again. I've kind of like gone back and forth. Do we do it a second time? What's going to be the most profitable in the end? Could just do sunflowers. I mean, we would still have that header then, so still be switching it up in a sense. Oh. Obviously, there's only so much we can really do because sugar beets and stuff don't quite make sense on Survival Challenge. Which I know somebody had suggested a rule change in the future for that. I forget the exact criteria, but it would allow us to use workers if it's over a certain cost amount for the harvester plus width is under a certain limit. I think that might be a rule we'll put into the next survival challenge, whenever that is. But I think I'll just say can use it on, you know, sugar beets, potatoes, something like that. Because otherwise I think it's going to be it can be tough to make that much progress on those. They're going to fill up so fast. It's just a thought. It's obviously not set in stone. Obviously, this is, it's a great time. If you have any rule suggestion changes for the future, it wouldn't, be in this series for Survival Challenge, but maybe the next. I'm trying to prepare a little list of ideas that I've come up with, maybe, or comments I've seen. I know the one idea I've had is, setting a certain point where we up the difficulty. So I think after a while, we might just have to kind of make it so we're not, sitting here at $2 million and probably going to be sitting pretty good by the end, I'm sure. I haven't decided how that would work yet. If we just say up it at this, this period, or if we do it like episode 50, do we say we up it then? Obviously, that's all, subject to change things, or if it's just we'll see how we're doing. We'll have to see how the economy is in 25 as well. That would affect a lot of things too. I know technically on this series I allowed workers if it was the premium edition crops, which I didn't think I would ever be able to use those anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Because the base game harvester requires them, basically. I wasn't planning on putting soybeans in this. What should we put in here? We could do more cotton. We have the harvester. Yeah, we'll do more cotton. We already have the harvester. We might try to make use out of it. Now, this is going to use a lot more seed than what it was before. I would think 50% capacity would be enough to do this field. We'll have to fill it up in between this and that field down there. This isn't too big of a field for, cotton. Would allow us to use the harvester we bought more. We can try to make up some of the money, obviously, some of the cost from that. Nothing major. I think the cotton is almost ready, too. If I remember correctly, we have 3 fields next month that are ready. I checked earlier, I think the corn, cotton, I think the field over there are all ready. I think the priority will be the corn. I think it'll take a while. The corn will definitely take a while. Take a look-see in here. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, looks like all 3 of those will be ready. Next time, I doubt we'll get all of them done. Well, the corn's going to take a while. We'll go after one of the bigger headers for corn. We can afford it, and I would think we'd be able to run it with our combine. It's not like it's going to be too bad to do, so maybe we can do the corn and maybe the barley over there. I doubt we could do cotton and corn, because those are both fields that'll take a while to harvest, I know. Mainly just because of the size of your width of your harvester. Kind of limits that. I'll grab the tanker, the water tanker, milk tanker, whatever you want to call it. It's right down here. It's either down here by the sheep or it's up there by the olive tree, it seems. I'll get this filled up first, but every time it fills up diesel before, the thing I was actually hoping to fill up would fill up. This is always a very finicky thing to get the exact spot in here. Well, there's not up here. I'm going to be able to get the liquid fertilizer, but that is fine. I'll just drop this here for now. That field will get soybeans again, which does not require any fertilizer. That is not a concern for us. How are the cows on water? Okay, they're doing just fine. Yeah, you can see the milk is a little over half full. Honestly, maybe the capacity is closer to 25,000 liters. It might be a little closer to the actual capacity. Either way, it's good to stay on top of this. I really don't want it to get full. That's the biggest thing. I never even mentioned how much money we made from the staircase railings. I didn't see. I think it's like 80,000, I think it would have been. Yeah, that's what? 35,500? Not bad, not bad. We'll race on back. We'll pick up the planter and we can start working on the, medium-sized soybean field? I don't know what we want to call it. It's not the big one. It's slightly smaller than that one. Not by much. I might, as I'm driving back that way, fill this up with water and top off the sheep water. Alright, we'll just quickly get this filled. Probably just fill it up all the way. If it doesn't get used here, I'll use it on, cows or something. This might fit all of it, yeah. It's probably sitting, 39,000 liters in there. We'll grab this. And we'll probably start at that end of the field. Usually seems to be a pretty good side to start on. Start on the more narrow side. Let's get this switched to soybeans before I get too far along. I really would have regretted planting that in the cotton if I did. We better put the caps back on. Get that lowered and we'll take off. Yeah, nice part is no fertilizer for soybeans. That is kind of a convenient or nice part about precision farming. One of the many nice perks of it. You know, the environmental bonus is pretty nice. A couple of things are really nice with it. A little bit more to worry about almost with, you know, pH and stuff, which is really, the pH is basically your, you know, every so often you had to put lime on it anyways. It's basically the same thing. It would just affect yield now as it gets lower. Although I think it would have affected it before if it got too low. I don't know if it's a progressive amount. Really, I think the biggest part is probably the soil maps and how that affects your yield. Not so much pH and stuff. As much as, you know, that is important, but I'm trying to think. I might cut down the rest of those trees in between this and the next video. And I might just put them all in the wood chipper. It's going to be a lot. If I put them all in there, we'll probably be sitting at, I don't know, 500,000 liters. Like, we're talking 9 loads would have to be brought down to be sold. Like, insane amounts. Which, yeah, I might just try to split it up and maybe sell some, you know. This winter time when it's at a good price, I'll sell a couple loads and I'll sell it later. Sell some more later. I think money-wise, I think the wood chipper might be where it's at. Obviously, it's hard to tell, but seems to be what might be the best. Well, I am going to go ahead and start with time-lapse, so I'll text everyone once the time-lapse is done.
He was burning up, now the sun gone down. Lights in the distance, a forgotten town.
Alright, we're just about done here with the planting. Doing pretty good on time, actually, so I might cut these trees down on camera. Gives us something to do. I'll probably... Do I want to cut some into firewood? Like I said earlier, I'm just not sure if it's financially worth it. At the same time, I don't know if I want 500 plus liters of wood chips to be sold. Especially when, you know, selling the firewood is very easy because it's right there. Nice and convenient. Honestly, I think it'd be, at least with the wood chipper, it'd be nice if I had the winch for like the tractor and stuff. Yeah, I have, you know, I can use super strength for trees, but still, I'd like to not always do that. I know I had that on the first survival challenge. I had a winch, a pull behind winch. There we go. I would think these trees would go quite a ways into there. I'm not sure, you know, exactly liter amounts that these trees are, but... Oh, gotta take the stump. Before I get too far along. Once all these trees are down, I might take some from the forest there. I don't know if I'd take that many. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to take some from the forest, because maybe I can actually see if maybe there's pallets of staircase railings in there. Well, what are we at in here? Okay. I'm gonna take this tree. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll put it in here. Might do that with the next one as well. Because that is probably, like, financially wise, better than wood chips. So, wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe that tree and another one in there. That would put it at, I don't know, almost 20,000 liters, and that would last a while. Gotta be careful with these. These are really long, so you can hit a lot of things with them. I think I know how to fix this, by the way. You know, it's stuck in the ground. I think I can do landscaping. Yep. I had to do that with one of the pallets when they all went flying. I think there was one that was stuck under the ground. Or no. I think I was flying them back because I was using flight mode. I was flying them back, and I think I accidentally got one stuck in the ground by doing that. Again, I was just trying to get them back at the farm. Just for, you know, a little bit of convenience of being able to do that. Cut another one down too. Now, I suppose we have 2 fields that would need spraying next month too. But to keep that in mind when we're trying to plan out the harvest that we have, we're also going to have some spraying to do. Spraying wouldn't need to be done right away. I'm trying to think. Cotton is a fairly decent long growth time. Soybeans are 5 months. But we do have narrows now on the Massey. Well, what are we at in here? Yeah, that's almost 24,000 liters. That'll go quite a ways in there. We'll knock down the rest, and I think those will go into the wood chipper. I'll cut them all down. Oh, I'll cut that one down after I get these 2 debranched. So otherwise it can be kind of a tangled mess in there. We get too many of them laying down. And heck, even the 2 here can be kind of a mess sometimes when you're trying to debranch them. I'll take this last one. This will be the very last tree from all the ones that we planted. which is kind of weird. Kind of weird. We planted this, I don't remember, 40 episodes ago? It was a while ago, I think. Had to be a little while because they are fully grown trees now. 34.5 meters tall. I do remember the main reason I went with spruce was because they were one of the bigger trees. I think I've tried oaks before too. Oh, here is this one. About 400,000 liters in there. Wow. Okay, I was just curious. Maybe I had some saplings there, but not that planting them would make a ton of sense. The trees that are in there aren't nearly as big as these were. That's the thing. I can take down a bunch of trees in there and not make nearly the same amount of wood chips or anything from them. But maybe I'll just try to keep the wood turner going with those. I'll have to keep the wood chip production here a while just because we're kind of storing the wood chips in here. And it's going to be, you know, almost 500,000 liters of wood chips, which is a lot. Like I said, I'm hoping that maybe this winter, you know, I think it's January, I think they're higher priced. We'll maybe sell some then, and we'll try to, you know, keep a bunch others for later then. That way we're not doing 10 loads. Yeah, like I said, a winch would have been nice for this. Better than walking back and forth. Now, the placement of the wood chipper was fantastic at the beginning. And then once we got towards the end of the forest, it was like, you know, this is kind of far away. But I'm sure that's how all, you know, logging mills and stuff are. If you're near a forest, you're placed really well at the start, and then all of a sudden, all of your timber is far away. I'm just curious on the height of these. Spruce at 25. That's a pretty big difference. These will be a far easier to be able to navigate, but I'm not sure how many trees we'll take from this forest. Is it worth it? That's the thing. Is it worth it? Come on. There we go. Getting, what, 3,500 liters from that, it looks like. So we may just try to keep them going for the wood turner. Kind of curious if the rest of those are in here. The rest of the staircase railings are in there. Feel like it's either in this field or in there. The main places I found them were, you know, towards that field, or there was one that I found in the forest. Put that in there as well. Yeah, we'll see. That should all be ran through, I'm sure, by now. We can deactivate that. So that's 484,000 liters of wood chips. Max price is 300,000. Dang. I am aware clothing is higher priced right now. There are some items I'm going to try to bulk up, and then whenever it is bulk selling time, I'll sell a whole bunch then. Yeah, that's obviously a bunch of money. I realize that. That way we're not sitting basically at what we're going to end with. It's more of a surprise, would be the correct way to put it, for the final amount. Well, that is about everything for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.